Hey everybody, this is a quick highlight reel for all my friends who couldn't make it to DEMA this year. And if you don't know what DEMA is, it stands for the Diving Equipment Marketing Association and is the biggest trade show of the year for the scuba industry. It's a place where manufacturers get to show off their latest and greatest, while dealers and industry pros can build their network. Now I've added chapters to this video so you can skip around to whatever section interests you the most. And I apologize in advance for some of the mix match audio and video, that's just how it goes sometimes. Okay, so one of the first places I went to was the X-Deep booth. I'll let Patrick do the talking and explain some of the things they've been working on with it.
And the question I had was, why square? So he's going to jump into that and help us understand a little bit better about how the scrubber works and why it's the way it is.
Okay, so the reason why it is square is because the gas flow direction is changed. If you come here. So basically, instead of the gas flowing through the entire canister, which would increase the work of breathing because we have a long bed, the gas flows from the outsides to the inside. So we have a much shorter bed length and a much larger surface area. So that means less work of breathing, but way better dwell time because the gas transfers through the canister slower because of the huge surface area. We also have an incredible amount of softener lime inside the rebreather, about 3.5 kilos, which should be like about 9 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot.
A lot of.
That's a lot.
A lot of lime. And you see the canisters mount onto the back, which makes it really, really easy to mount it onto your back plate. And as you know, this rebreather can also be used obviously in side mount configuration. So you have a single rebreather that is capable to be used in side mount, back mount, single tank and double tank. And as you can see, it takes absolutely zero physical effort to put it together.
Okay, so we're looking at the head design here and Patrick's going to explain that a little bit more.
So you can see this one doesn't have the cells in it. So if you zoom in here, you see that there's actually a silicone gasket. So that means that the cell connection is waterproof. The circuit board behind it is also waterproof. And the way we equalize the pressure between the front and the back is the holes here that have a Gora vent seal in it. So gas goes through it, but water doesn't. So that means the connection between the cell and the circuit board is completely waterproof, which basically means you can take this thing, put it into caustic water, not only water, but caustic water, and it's still going to work and your cells are protected. And here we have the ADV head. Now there's a couple of new features. First of all, you can see there's a valve here where you can actually purge water from it. So if you would remove the mouthpiece by accident without closing it, you can then blow the water into the exhalation canister, put your right shoulder down, overpressurize the rebreather, and this is a downstream valve, so it will open with overpressure, so you can push the water forcefully out of your rebreather. The second thing is the ADV is actually a standard second stage, which has a huge advantage, and it is adjustable. So you can adjust how soft or how hard you want. Right there. How soft or how hard you want the ADV to be.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for explaining that to us. I really appreciate it.
Next up is ProShot, a super simple and affordable phone case rated to 130 feet.
We're ProShot in Tech Sports. We create universal iPhone housings, one case compatible with all iPhone sizes. It is rated to 130 feet, 40 meters.
Nice.
And it's a pretty simple design. We interface through this application here, so your volume buttons become camera controls. Volume down will cycle between modes, so we have video, selfie, slow-mo, all those that you're used to. Volume up is your action button. So here I can take a photo, I can zoom in by long holding it, and I can also zoom out all the way to wide angle by long holding volume down.
Oh, very cool.
Very nice. So underwater, you have full access just through your volume buttons. All footage here is saved right to your camera, so instant access to all of your footage. And here we have a spot for a red filter. So to get underwater with that red filter pack, you really add good color.
Yeah, this is the iPhone 15 Pro. This is the 14 Pro Max. It fits every iPhone from the iPhone 6 to the 15 Pro Max.
Very cool. So how long does it take to get set up, to get your phone in there and all that?
Great question. It's about 10 seconds. We pride ourselves in speed, simplicity, and affordability. So here we go. I'll show you. We slide this out like a tray. This is our clamp, spring-loaded clamp. So your phone goes in here. That'll move.
Oh, nice and simple.
Nice and simple. Line up your volume buttons here. If you want a red filter, it goes right here. We have a custom 3-pack. Put that in. Open up our app. Slide it into your case like so. And you're ready to dive.
Cool. And is your app free?
App is free. It comes with the case. We also guarantee the protection of your iPhone.
Nice.
So very minimal risk to start with underwater photography. And it comes with a floating handle.
Cool.
So this is a GoPro compatible mount. If you have any other GoPro mounts, it will work with this case. But no matter what, it will come with this floating handle. So this will float to the surface if you drop it.
Great.
Or fill it with water and neutral buoyant. So if you're diving, it becomes your little dive buddy. Sits next to you.
Cool.
Very fun. Also, it is a little dry bag. It's dry hole in there. So if you really want, you can bring some money with you.
Okay.
Your keys. Fun little stash box.
Okay. What's your warranty on it?
Warranty is a 2-year warranty on the case and the iPhones that go inside of it.
Okay. Great. Hey, thanks so much for showing us. I really appreciate it.
So this is the Slide Lock 2 here. We took a lot of the features of the azimuth reel that we released earlier this year. This the fully machined acetal, no more injection molding, tight tolerances, and this feature where the bolt snap folds into the handle so that you don't have to take it off to run it.
I like that.
So we incorporated all those into the Slide Lock. The older Slide Lock was injection molded. It only had, I think it was 8 little places for this pin to register, so you could end up with a little bit of slop like that. So the new one, it's got 24 on the big one and 20 on the small one, so you're never going to have a place where you can't get it to lock down and keep that nice and tight as you go.
Very cool.
We added a little bit of strength in this spring here. Some people had complained that it was too easy to accidentally turn on, so I think it's doubled actually the spring tension in that. And then, yeah, it's just a super smooth reel, tight tolerances, jam-proof. Someone's going to find a way to do it, but we made all these things, more difficult. If you can get the line in there, then you're doing some solid work.
Nice.
But, yeah, that's the Slide Lock 2, and it's available white or orange line, 200 or 400 foot lengths.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks for showing us, Steve. I really appreciate it, dude.
Sure.
All right.
And of course, I have to check out the Seacraft booth, where I run into our friend Ed. And before you ask, the answer is no. I have no idea when more Seacraft goes will make their way to the US, but I can tell you they're working hard to get production ramped up. The demand for that little unit far exceeded anything they expected. Ooh, I can't wait to get my hands on one. Next up is Shearwater with their new TERN X dive computer.
TERN versus the TERN TX. The TERN TX has air integration and a compass. It's $775 USD retail. The TERN doesn't have those features, but it's $650. So if somebody's had a Fireball computer at a good price point, this is the way to do it. If those features are really important to people, they can hop into this one. Otherwise, there's more recreationally geared computers than, say, the Terra, but they're still sort of based on the Terra platform. So you've got the watch style, you've got the AMOLED screen. It's a 1.3-inch screen versus a 1.5, so a little bit smaller, a whole lot lighter, a lot more wearable. And while it's more recreational focused, you are missing trimix. You don't have CCR mode, but you still have free gas nitrox up to 99%. You have gauge mode, so it can take people from recreational diving right into light technical diving, work as a great backup. And you have free diving mode. Again, it's a nice lightweight watch style computer, so it's a little bit easier to wear for free diving mode than the Terra maybe was for some people. New strap, quick disconnect. We call it the Remora. So this is a little bit easier than dealing with Allen keys. Yeah.
Very nice.
Nice and stretchy so that you can throw it over top of your wetsuit and it will.
Can I sit down on your wrist next to your Terra?
Yes.
You don't even have to put it all the way on. Just lay it over top. Great. That's an awesome comparison. What a nice computer. Oh, it's so cool. Thank you for that overview. I really appreciate it.
It's new. We, for the first time ever, now offer a smaller format of 43mm launch with air integration. We also offer one colorway without air integration on these. And then we have the 51 millimeters with air integration as well, so the larger size, and a new T2 tank pod, which is a transceiver. So new to these MK3 series are AMOLED touchscreen displays, so a very bright, crisp display, touchscreen as well. We've also added some the ability to monitor now up to 8 T2 tank pods for pressure, but not only pressure, the distance and depth of those other tank pods. And then with future software updates, you'll be able to do some underwater text messaging diver to diver.
Really? Diver to diver text messages?
Yes, there'll be a list of preset messages to choose from. But yeah, that's coming no later than sometime in January on that. Hopefully by the end of the year.
Wow, that's awesome. So this whole new lineup here?
This is all new, and then also we launched the new Descent G1 Solar, which we've had G1 Solars before, but this is our Ocean Edition. And the new feature of this is that the housing, the buttons, and the bezel are all made from recycled ocean-bound plastics.
Really?
So that's the story behind that one.
Right on. That's a cool looking watch. I like it. Nice. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate the explanation.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. All right. We're over at the Divesoft here, and Jeff is going to give us a rundown of the DNA, the new analyzer.
So this is the new Divesoft Nitrox Analyzer. It's completely user serviceable and it's Bluetooth connectivity. So you can change the battery on your own. It's just a watch battery. So you can see right there. As well as on the other end, it's just a standard Molex sensor. So that's completely user replaceable. You download our app and it reads out right on our app. And as I blow into it, you'll see it will drop down to around 17%.
Nice. Oh, that's cool.
So that's basically how it works, and super portable, comes in a nice semi-hard case, ready to roll for on the boat or save a dive kit.
Awesome. Thanks for showing us, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I'm a Karst Underwater Research Taco.